Food is the one thing all Singaporeans seem to love. With hawker centres at every corner, eating seems to be our national pastime.
This sunny island is host to many different cuisines, and the locals know how to appreciate their food. But some take it a step further by finishing up to 10 or 20 times what a normal person would eat in one sitting. These personalities take to YouTube, uploading videos where they gorge themselves silly, all for the viewing pleasure of an adoring audience.
And what else do they do? Eating competitions. It's all about eating as much as you can, as fast as you can. You're looking at Zermatt Neo, currently ranked first in the Singapore scene. He started eating competitively 2 years ago.
Competitive eating is just, there's nothing graceful about it. It's just like all about trying to eat the food fast and like try to get everything down quick. So it's very different. So I started because of a food challenge. So someone dared me to do a food challenge, and I kind of smashed the record time by a huge margin. That's when I realized that I kind of got something for this.
There's also Sarah Au, an air stewardess who can finish up to 7 bowls of ramen in one sitting.
I think I started eating out of boredom. I just eat a lot on a regular basis. If I have a free day and I'm not working, I literally am eating 24/7. It's like I built my life around stuffing my face with food. That's how I start challenges. Because my husband, he went like, hey, one day, right, what if you're really broke? And then you can't pay the bills, you can't buy food, and you eat a lot. Why not you go for food challenges? You can eat for free. And I'm like, actually an idea.
Ex-competitive eater Sean Lee and founder of Food League Singapore is often behind the scenes at these events. Besides looking out for eaters under his wing and helping with their training, he also helps restaurants to run eating contests of their own.
2 years back, we start to open our company with these things, and the vision is to explore new talents and to set a bridge between us and competitors as well, and to give them exposure as well. So my job is to gather them around, and at the same time is to explore new talents.
Both Zermatt and Sarah are fairly new to competitive eating. It has been 2 years since Zermatt's first food challenge, while Sarah's foray into the scene is even more recent. She started a mere 6 months ago.
Back then, during my first food challenge, I didn't even know I could eat that much. I just jump in and like. Then when you first started off, it's all about the fun, free food. You win some contests, you win some vouchers. But now when you get up there, when you're in the top few, it's very, very competitive. It's like whoever makes the mistake, like if you gonna slow down a little bit at the 7-minute mark, or you choke a little bit, when you're up there on the table, on the stage, you have to just go fast and move the food down.
So I did the Xiangqi challenge first, and this Xiangqi challenge is actually an ongoing thing already. So when I got there, Sean was actually the one that I liaised with, and then he goes like, oh, so is you ah? And then I'm like, oh yeah, it's me. He didn't believe I could finish.
But you did?
He gave me the face like, you cannot lah. That was my first challenge, and I was like, I guess I came really close to Zermatt's timing. He suggested that I go do the beach challenge, which was the other big challenge that Zermatt did as well.
However, it's not always about the thrill. What price do competitive eaters pay for the sport?
As time passes by, of course, I will get a bit more concerned, especially when the outlets don't know what they're doing. Like we say, no fish or anything, there's nothing that's supposed to be sharp in the food, and they really don't bother and just really still give. So it becomes a health hazard. She might choke, or she might cut her mouth or something, which is not very nice. Most of her stints I will be there, and when I see them not following the rules that has been given by maybe the organizer or stuff like that, then it becomes worrying.
There are cases of people choking and die. They are and when competitive eaters, they train, they drink a whole bunch of water, like up to 7 or 8 liters in one sitting, just to expand their stomach. So if you're not doing it in the safe way, or if you don't know how to do this kind of thing, you'll get brain swelling, you'll die. And there's a lot of eaters that actually do not want to deal with the calories. So after a contest, after eating challenge, they just force vomit everything out. Actually, they don't even need to force vomit, it's so easy to come out. Yeah, so For me, I try to hold it down. Unless it just like my body doesn't like it. Previously, I did like this 3.5 kg birthday cake. It's just my body just doesn't like it at all. So sometimes it just comes out very easily. Yeah, sometimes it just comes out, but most of the time, I'll try to hold it down. Yeah, I'll try to deal with it. So this is like one of the dark side of competitive eating.
For Papa Sean, as Sarah and Zermatt call him, he looks out for them like a father. And that means watching what they eat like a hawk.
Basically, we weigh everything in details, then we start to do the food challenge. We don't have any discrepancy in terms of the weight that we want for our eaters as well. We want to know how comfortable the eaters is and all their advantages as well, their strength and everything. So 2.5 is already quite a huge weight that not much people have really, because average a bowl is only about 155 or even like 200 grams only with youtiao. So I mean, it's really like about 10 to about 15 portions of what normal people eat.
Despite its dangers, restaurants are looking to cash in on the buzz around extreme eating by starting their own food challenges. For example, Roadhouse at Dempsey Road has made a name for itself with its Terminator Burger Challenge. A food challenge basically involves you, tons of food, and a time limit. It's not easy, but if you pull it off, the food's free.
Basically, this burger, it's a 1 kg Terminator challenge, so it has 6 burger patties along with other like fries and sides. So challengers are actually required to finish and move down this burger within 20 minutes. And when they complete this, when they are able to do so within 20 minutes, they get their photo up on the wall of fame, and also they get the meal free, of course. We have about 500 plus challenges since we started. The success rate is about 25%. So I would not be able to do it, but I saw this old granny photo. She actually came to challenge, and we actually have some others that really don't look the part, but they could manage to complete it. I think there's this guy who finished it in, I think, under 6 minutes. Yeah, and he really looks scrawny and small and totally doesn't look like somebody who can complete it.
We will definitely want to have our own league, eating leagues like Nators have their own league. So we want to be the first Asia to have our own league itself. Yeah, and we are planning for our first full league events. I think in this year. Yeah, so to make sure that we are really serious about this.
Restaurants aside, smaller eateries are stepping up and rolling out food challenges. Xiangxi Chicken Rice is one of them. They became famous for their chicken rice challenge, which weighs in at just under 4 kilograms.
现在来讲，吃完2个人到现在已经是有3个人吃了，总共3个人，一个是Zermatt，一个是那个Joni Chestnut，还有一个是那个Zermatt的同学，对，这3个而已。
I think it's fun to watch, it's not fun to do. Because I don't think you enjoy the food a lot if you are forced to eat it at such a fast rate. Yeah. It could be when people force themselves to eat too much. Like I've seen people like puking, being sent to hospital. There was this guy who got his jaw dislocated, right? He's competitive eater overseas, yeah. So it was quite funny.
So we will definitely want to have our own league, eating leagues like Nators have their own league. So we want to be the first Asia to have our own league itself. Yeah, and we are planning for our first full league events. I think in this year. Yeah. So to make sure that we are really serious about this.
So, while Sean looks hopeful, can extreme eating last in Singapore? Or is it just a passing fad? Well, in a city that loves its food, the trend could very well continue.